everyone. It's Enjoy English School. I'm Chris Gorski.
I'm Antony.
Today is February 1st, and we're on pages 8 and 9 of your magazine. It's the book club, and this month we have a really good book and an excellent movie, and today it's called Coraline.
又到了我们万众期待的好书俱乐部单元咯。我们今天呢要介绍的好书呢叫做第14道门，那它的那个英文的这个标题呢是 Coraline。 那这个 Coraline 呢其实就是我们主角的名字，很多人可能听过这个名字 Caroline， 对不对？但这边的话 Coraline 呢它本身这个名字呢是有个故事的，当初的时候这个作者是不小心把这个名字把原本的 Caroline 打成了 Coraline， 后来就将错就错的使用了这个名字。
Some mistakes are actually very lucky, I suppose, because our author couldn't think of a great name for the book, and here he makes an accident and says, I really like this. Caroline is a nice name, but Coraline is special. And yeah, I think this name Coraline, it makes you pay attention to it because it's very unique. It's not a standard English name, and I think that's what makes it special.
没错，老师刚刚就讲到说啦，其实事实上当初这个作者在想到说要找一个好名字，就意外的发现了这个名字。这个名字的话跟 Caroline 虽然听起来很好听，但是 Coraline 听起来除了好听之外还有点特别，所以说倒还也是帮这个人物有加分的感觉。
Okay, let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we got paragraph 1. Okay, friends, before we begin paragraph 1, let's look at our subtitle today, Discover the Dark Secret Behind the Hidden Door. Okay, so we got some tough words here. Discover means to find, and then we know what the secret is, something not everyone knows, and a hidden door means a door that not everyone can see. If you have ever gone to a very old building, some doors go to places that aren't useful anymore. So a carpenter, mukong, will actually cover that door. So if you're ever cleaning the house or moving it, sometimes you find an old hidden door. This is especially true in the American South.
哇，所以说在美国南部的地方，有的时候他们那个建筑里头会有一些已经不再使用的空间，这时候木工呢就把它封起来，它变成了一个暗门。在我们这边这个地方的副标题就看到了 Discover the dark secret behind the hidden door. 这个 hidden door 就是平常你看不到的这种暗门。我看到这个标题，我让我想到有一个那个什么A skeleton in the closet.
Yes,
yes. 就那种不可告人秘密，你有个骷髅头藏在你的这个衣柜里头那样的感觉，哇，好惊悚哦。
Now, I come from a city called Buffalo in America, and it's very close to Canada. Now, in my city, there are many little hidden doors all over the place, but many of them are covered, and they were used for something special. A long time ago in the American South, there was slavery, and slaves would run north, and they wanted to get to Canada. During the day, they had to hide, and there were these little hidden rooms everywhere on the city.Like these little holes, and people would hide in them in the day, then they would come out and cover the hidden door and move only at night.
哇，所以老师们提到说了，当初他的家乡 Buffalo 水牛城那边呢，其实虽然是在北边，但他们那个地方有非常非常多这种类似像暗门的这种空间。那为什么会有这种东西呢？是因为当初在那个南方的这个奴隶想要逃到北方加拿大的时候，在晚上晚上就是慢慢逃嘛，白天的时候就会躲在这些暗门里头去躲起来。
There are little holes everywhere in the city, and they're all very scary on the inside.
Wow.
All right, let's get to paragraph 1. Have you ever wished you could live in a world where everything was fun and everyone paid a lot of attention to you? I think yes, because that's why I'm a teacher. I like to have fun in my classroom.
没错没错，老师就提到了他这边提到第一句话说 Have you ever wished you could？ 这边特别注意一下，有一个 second conditional 这种现在事实相反假设的用法哦。如果你说到 I wish I could do something， 意思就是说我要是能做什么事情该有多好，意思就是事实你没有办法做。你有没有想过，你有没有希望过Have you ever wished you could live in a world where everything was fun and everyone paid a lot of attention to you? 所以你这边帮我把那个 was 跟 pay 都圈起来，在使用与现在事实相反假设的时候，动词呢我们会使用过去式。
Okay, I want to talk about the front of this sentence. Have you ever? my students see that ever and they think, oh, 这个是简单现在式 always, usually. 不对 This is the present perfect tense. Have you ever wished just means 你要回答 once or twice, a few times, many times. We're talking about in your life, did you ever do this thing before? And it's not talking about usually, often, many times. 就是有一次 once, twice, three times, four times. Let's go to our next sentence. This is exactly the wish of 11-year-old Coraline Jones.
好，我们这句话看到主角了哈。他说 This is exactly the wish. 好，这正是谁的梦想呢？The wish of 11-year-old Coraline Jones. 我们的主角出现了 Coraline Jones. 这就是她11岁这个小女孩，名叫 Coraline Jones. 她的梦想。
After her family moves into a new apartment, Coraline's parents are too busy to spend time with her.
好，你看下面这句话哦。After her family moves into a new apartment, 他们最近呢刚搬家，她呢跟她的家人搬到一个新的地方，新的公寓。然后呢 Coraline's parents are too busy to spend time with her. 爸妈都很忙，没有时间顾她，没有时间去那个。老师刚刚提到说，那她的话也是希望很多的注意，所以说她才变成老师，在课堂上呢跟同学们一起玩耍这样。
That's right. Let's highlight this phrase.Too busy to, and then we have our base form verb, 原形动词. When we use this too busy to base form verb, this means 你太这个 adjective, 所以你没有办法做这个 verb. So we always use a base form verb after the word to here. So maybe we can change the sentence to the past tense. Coraline's parents were too busy. 我们还是要说 to spend, 不要跳过去式。
没错，在这边的话 too busy to spend 的话，这个地方它只要讲的是后面那个动作是没有办法做的，要特别注意。
Our next sentence begins, while she is exploring her new house alone, she discovers some strange things.
OK, 好，这边他就告诉你说了 while she is exploring her new house alone, 在这里的话，其实你如果有看过电影或是看到书的话，你会知道说他爸爸就要说反正是新房子嘛，你自己去看一看，你不要来吵我们。所以到后来他必须要自己去看看新房子有什么东西，记录多少窗啊，记录多少个门啊等等。好，在这边他就说了，当他正在去探索一下新的房子、新的家里的时候呢，他独自做这件事的时候呢 she discovers some strange things. 发现了一些很奇怪的事情。
This makes me think of was it 2 months ago? Christmas, I was telling you,When my sister and I were exploring our house alone, and we found the Christmas tree, but we thought it was a dead person.
没错，我记得两个月前吧，老师刚好提到说，老师呢跟他的妹妹也喜欢到处在新家东找西找，有一次就到阁楼里面去，他看到了一个那个是 Christmas tree 被包起来，但那时候两兄妹不晓得说那是那 Christmas tree， 还以为是死人，吓死。
That's right. We were really scared. So exploring your old scary house at night,It maybe is a little dangerous. All right, let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we got our second paragraph. All right, friends, we're back with Enjoy English School. We're on pages 8 and 9, and we're talking about the book and movie Coraline. Anthony, have you ever read this story or seen this movie?
Yes, I have seen the movie. 好，我那个时候是在2012年的时候看过这部片子。2009年它上映了之后，对不对？后来我那时候没有看，后来是在飞机上飞去土耳其的这个路上，飞机上看了。吓死我了，非常非常惊悚的一部片子。
I really like this movie. I read this book when I was in college. It was in they had like a graphic novel section, and a lot of our author's books were in there. I was a fan of his Batman comics, and when I saw this movie, I was like, wow, this is going to be scary. Like, because he makes a lot of very dark stories. And I was like, well, okay, it's a kid's movie. It can't be too scary. This is a legitimately scary kids movie. Like, a lot of kids movies aren't too scary. they were not afraid to make you feel bad in this movie.
没有错，没有错。刚刚讲到说呢，很多那种给小朋友看的这些恐怖电影，其实一点都不恐怖。但是这部片呢，好像似乎真的不怕吓到小孩子。很多那种地方连我大人看了我想到说，如果是我11岁、12岁的时候，我一定吓坏了。
This is a very creepy movie. Creepy is a great word for this movie. Everything makes you feel a little uncomfortable. C-R-E-E-P-Y is the word creepy.
没错 creepy 很多时候你会听到万圣节的时候都会听到这个字 creepy 或者 spooky 好，这个 spooky 的拼法是 S-P-O-O-K-Y spooky 也是让人觉得毛骨悚然的。
Okay, let's get to our paragraph. Late one night, Coraline follows a mouse into the living room where it squeezes under a small hidden door.
好，我们来看第二段的第一句话有一天晚上呢，好 late one night, Coraline follows a mouse into the living room. 还跟着一只老鼠到客厅，然后逗号后面写说 where it squeezes under a small hidden door. 也是因为这件事情呢，好在那边他挤进了一道小门的后面。OK, 他就发现了这道门。
So squeeze is a verb that means to get into a small or very 窄窄的 narrow place. It's not easy to do. And the word hidden uses a short I, 倾斜下来. The past participle 过去分词 here has two D's because 要加强，这个是短 I, not hidden 就是 hidden. Let's go to our next sentence. She crawls through the door and is sent to a world similar to hers, but much more interesting.
好，奇妙事发生咯。好 she crawls through the door. 这个 crawls 的话就是指爬行，四只脚 on all fours. 好，那种感觉，对不对？好，爬进去。And is sent to a world similar to hers. 好，进入到了一个跟她的世界很接近，跟她现实世界很接近的一个世界 but much more interesting. 但是里面呢更加的有趣。
Okay, underline similar to and write the word like. So this world is like hers or similar to. 小心，不要说 like to hers. That's wrong. Let's go to our next sentence. Coraline then meets her other parents who resemble her real parents but have black buttons for eyes.
Oh, that's the creepy part.
It's very creepy when you see them.
没错，有机会的话一定要去看书或是看电影。那个书跟电影里面都会有。然后书的话是有插画 illustrations， 它上面会就写说他的那个眼睛变成了纽扣。在这个地方我们来看一下这句话，他说 Coraline then meets her other parents. 这个 other parents 的 O 跟 P 都是大写的，就是另一对父母。逗号后面写说 who resemble, look like, 就长得很像 her real parents but have black buttons for eyes. 她眼睛呢却是这个纽扣，黑色的纽扣，看起来好恐怖。
The verb here, resemble, 不要忘记 S 发 Z, 可以写下来. And resemble means they look like or act like her real parents, but they're a little different. Let's go to our next sentence. They make delicious food for Coraline and treat her with attention, which she doesn't receive at home.
好，我们来看这句话，他说 They make delicious food for Coraline. 这个另一对父母呢，会帮他做很美味的这种餐点，对不对？你有机会去看那个影片里面，他就出现说，哇，好丰盛。在现实生活中，他是吃得很糟，而且是他爸爸煮得很难吃，但到这里面的话，哇，好丰盛的餐点 and treat her with attention. 而且是花很多时间去跟她互动，跟我们的主角 Coraline 互动，然后 which she doesn't receive at home. 在原本的现实的家里头，她可得不到这样的待遇。
Remember, we say at home, and treat her with attention is a little bit, I don't want to say non-standard. It's stressing, 有被加强这边, because we usually give someone attention or pay attention to someone. But remember, Coraline really wants this. So we're going to use this word. We're going to change it a little bit from give or pay attention to treat her with attention. You give this to them. Now, why is the food important? Well, we don't talk about it in our article, but the food in Coraline's home is rotten. And some people think, because there are many big fans of this story, they think that Coraline's parents are actually dead.
Oh,
That's
no.
right. They think her parents are actually dead, and the rotten food represents they're not there to give her attention. They're not there to take care of her. And so Coraline goes looking to find a way to take care of herself. And this is where she meets her other parents.
哇，原来是这样。有些这种疯狂的粉丝去解读这个书里面背后的内容，就发现到说呢，有人的想法是说，其实他的父母死了。可是小朋友在这种经历大创伤的时候，他往往还要透过一些方式去找到安慰，所以他就创造出了另一个父母，用想象力去度过这个难关。
This is a dark story.
真的是呢。
Let's go. Anthony's face, you can't see it, everyone. He's got this big, like, oh my goodness face.
Oh, yeah.
Let's continue on to our next sentence here. However, but Coraline is warned by a cat not to trust the other world.
好，我们又看到另外一个角色，有一只猫出现了，他就说了 However, 然而呢 Coraline is warned by a cat. 有一只猫就警告这个我们的主角 Coraline 说 Not to trust the other world. 不要太相信另一个世界里面的这些人事物。
Let's continue. The other mother tells Coraline that she can stay with them forever as long as she replaces her eyes with buttons.
哇，好可怕哦！这个地方我看到我就毛骨悚然哦。他就说了，好 ，The other mother tells Coraline， 好，这个另一个妈妈，这个里面世界的另一个妈妈就告诉我们的主角说 ，She can stay with them forever。你想留在这里一辈子没问题。As long as 这个 as long as 就是只要就提出条件的意思 As long as she replaces her eyes with buttons 只要她把眼睛换成纽扣她就可以永远待在这里
That's right. So as long as just means if. If you do this, then we'll give you this. When we replace something with something, that just means to change it. So the other mother wants her to do this dark thing. And Coraline feels a little uncomfortable now about doing this. And so we'll find out a little bit more why. Coraline is frightened and gets away through the small door. However, she finds that her parents are missing in the real world.
我的妈呀，难怪刚刚 Chris 老师会讲到说，其实很多人会解读成说，这个 Coraline 的爸妈可能已经死掉了。在这边他就提到是说了，好，他说他不要嘛，对不对 ？Coraline is frightened， 好吓坏了，居然你要我把眼睛换成这个纽扣 ，and gets away through the small door， 好，他就是透过这个小门赶快逃出 the other world。这个时候真的是夺门而出啊，对不对？好，然后他们就提到说了，好，他说 ，However, she finds that her parents are missing in the real world. 可是逃回来这个现实世界之后发觉，诶，奇怪，爸妈都不见了。
So when she's running to the small door, it's very dark and it's very small. It keeps getting smaller and she feels these little things run through her feet. The book kind of suggests that the cat is going to get the rats and those little things touching her are rats. Inside, in this little room, she says it sounds like she can hear the walls breathing. They're whooshy. And the idea is she is inside a really, really big rat.
哦，我的天哪！所以老师这边就讲到说，当他在透过这个小门逃到现实世界的时候，他可以感觉到身边就是好像有那种小的那种老鼠一样，他甚至可以感觉到那个墙面在呼吸。所以有些读者就觉得说，说不定他在那个地方其实是在一个很大的老鼠的体内。
Can she rescue them and live happily ever after? Well, if you read the book, maybe no.
OK， 啊，在这个地方就讲说了 ，Can she rescue them and live happily ever after？ 她到底能不能够解救她的父母，然后从此幸福快乐的过下去呢？哈，如果说有机会的话，赶快去看到这个地方。如果我没看过的话，我一定赶快冲去看书了。
That's right. There are some really crazy stories about what happens to Coraline after this story. Does she really ever escape? Does she become the other mother? Right? Now she needs to get other children to come visit her. Very scary stuff in this story. Read more of Caroline's tale of bravery and adventure to find out.
好，所以他就告诉你说 ，Read more of Coraline's tale of bravery and adventure.Bravery 这个地方的意思指很勇敢的意思，那 adventure 当然指是冒险故事 ，to find out 就是你赶快看看这个故事，自己去发现吧。
You can cross out our Y and you have the adjective brave. You know this. This is a great book and an excellent movie, especially for Halloween. If you want a scary movie, This is a really good one.
没错，如果你喜欢那种恐怖故事，到了这个今年的这个万圣节的时候，你不妨可以好好趁这个机会看一下这个故事书，或者是看一部这个电影。
Maybe don't watch it with grandma over Chinese New Year, though. Right. So for today, we're all done, but we'll be back tomorrow with day 2 of our book club article on Coraline. For Enjoy English School, I'm Chris Gorski.
I'm Antony.
We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.